for another Dokkan battle video. We got the Rainbow Star for LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta fusing into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So let's go ahead and put the Rainbow Star on this unit. Now in terms of equips, I really want to test out the unit a lot more, right? Like, I could definitely change this up if I feel need be. There's so much super effective against all types and crit and stuff like that in the unit's kit that I don't really think they'll need too much crit. I think additionals will suffice. And then with like guard and stacking and stuff like that, I feel like just giving them a little bit of extra defense early on can really help push this unit, I think, over the edge. So that's why I actually went with the Shadow Dragon Saga defensive equip for Silver. I was thinking about maybe also giving him one of the EX skill orbs that gives dodge and defense, but I feel like bronze defense and silver defense was good enough, and then I could give a powerful offensive equip for gold, the gold slot. So I think I like this. Let me see, of course, like how they're going to look in some of this difficult content. Remember, they do have that first turn guard, which I think is going to be very powerful in allowing this unit to dominate the entirety of the game, right? So let me get their links to like level 5-ish, and we'll go ahead and test them out at the rainbow level. All right, so let's take a look at a rainbowed LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. We'll start on the Kamehameha team. Now, one thing to keep in mind, right, at this point is, dude, like, the power creep is good, but the only, like, the negative about the way they design these LR's leader skills is it's like there's, like, I cannot think of a reason why you would ever just not run their teams, right? Like, basically, like, all teams you want to run right now are led by LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, or by, you know, LR God Goku and God Vegeta. Their leader skills are just so much better than every other unit in the game's leader skills. Like, there's no point. I mean, of course, I do want to do, like, a full world tour. Like, we're going to show them on some other teams and stuff like that. But these units are just going to look way better when we have them on their own team, right? So with LR UI Goku, still one of the best units in the game. You know, Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power, all active with LR UI. They're at 177k defense right there at the start. Again, remember that they're stacking. They have a guaranteed additional because we did hit the 20p right there. They're super effective against all types because we're at 24 key, right? Remember that they guard on their first turn. Like, this is a unit that's going to be good in virtually every single situation you can come across, right? Like, we could go into, like, the GT Goku event on their own team, and then maybe just let them sort of, like, stack up forever, right? Like, we'll just have one just stack up infinitely, and then we'll have, like, the friend go ahead and transform into LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Because remember, one thing about these units, right, is that their links do not change when they transform, you know, a la STR Cooler back in the day. So it's like, if you know, seeing the units at their full potential would be to transform one and have the other one next to them untransformed, right? That's how we would, again, sort of see the full potential of these units. We're going to be able to get a lot of rotations. They're going to work really well with a lot of characters here. We can get Super Saiyan active with Namek Goku, right? Remember, with their key mechanic, if the orbs are decent at all, they're going to be eating at 24 key, right? Which, again, they're stacking 24 key. They're super effective against all types. They get the guaranteed additional coming out. Like, here, they're over 200k defense. I mean, I guess this is a turn they could be touched on this turn right here, because they're not guarding, and they're still only at, what is it again, 200k defense. I mean, that's with no support. Do keep in mind that they have powerful links like Saiyan Roar, GT, which we don't have active right now, which give them a lot of defense, right? If they're paired with another GT character, we're going to be getting them a lot of defensive power. That's a really important thing for us to keep in mind, right? Is that we're going to be getting a lot of extra defensive power if we're sort of if we're putting them next to another GT unit. I think that, like, the additionals, which are pretty easy for them to get, their guard, again, the fairly easy condition to go ahead and fuse and transform, just hitting turn 4. All in all, these units are just like overly impressive. I am like super blown away, honestly, at how impressive I think that both of these LRs are. The gods, as well as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta right here. We'll go ahead and fuse into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. If we do, like, any damage at all, or if we take any damage on this turn, we potentially could use Gogeta's active skill next turn. Because remember, one thing I think is really good about this unit is it's always turn 4 to get the fusion, right? But if we can like, you don't have to wait another turn to do their active skill. Remember the 5-year anniversary LRs, you have to wait a turn. LR Int Cell, you have to wait a turn. But we don't have to wait a turn for Gogeta. If we, you know, we're either under 50% HP or the enemy was under 50% HP, we would be able to pop it right here. Alright, time to let God rain down right here. Alright, so again, we easily hit 24 key. So Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, right, the way he works, he now has a high chance to launch an additional super. He is super effective against all types just for free. All the different ways that these units are able to be super effective against all types, by the way, is why I do highly encourage you guys to go full additional with these characters. Especially because, remember, active skill like fusion or transformation, you're stacking. So any additionals are going to allow you to potentially, you know, stack up more. And then even, you know, 18 key super attack, we're raising defense and attack by 100%. 12 key super for Gogeta, he's raising attack and defense by 50%. So keep in mind, you're getting all of these ridiculous abilities to activate with additionals. And they have super effective against all types anyway. So I don't really think that they need, you have to worry about giving them crits. They also have a lot of different ways to crits from their passives and stuff as well. All right, 6.5 right there. You know, not bad. Again, he is super effective against all types. Does have a high chance of launching out an additional super. Just, again, massive, massive amounts of damage just being flung out right there. Like, very limited amounts of support. We did have some support right there from the version Z Goku, but it's just 30% right there next to UI Goku, and look at this devastation. And that's not even on, again, the crazy leader skill. You know, we jump over to the Fuse Fighter or GT Hero team, and all of a sudden we're getting that 200% buff, and things look a little bit different, right? Alright, we're over here on the Accelerated Battle / Battle of Fate team, led by Super Saiyan 2 / Super Saiyan 3 Goku. We'll be able to get some pretty good links and stuff like that over on this team, right? You know, we'll have a lot of good characters we potentially could run. I think that this team is really, really good. We'll be able to get up to 22 key right there, so we won't be super effective against all types, but we are still going to have the guaranteed additional super and stuff like that. This Super Saiyan 3 Goku is going to be a very powerful unit next to this LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, presumably after he gets his EZ8. Hopefully it will be sooner rather than later, because remember, he's activating a lot of their stronger links, right? Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, GT, Saiyan Roar, Fierce Battle, all active from that Super Saiyan 3 Goku. 5 powerful attack links, all activated. So that Super Saiyan 3 Goku, again, it's just going to be like the old days. Remember the old days with that Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the STR one, and you would put that GT Super Saiyan 3 Goku next to him, and that unlocked his sort of full potential? Could sort of be the same thing with that Super Saiyan 3 Goku right there. The only major attack link we're not activating with that Super Saiyan 3 Goku is Legendary Power, which does matter, because, I mean, Legendary Power, 15% attack on Super is a crazy, crazy number. That's why next, I think we're going to go to, we're going to go to their own, oh, good. This is what I wanted. Thanks, man. I appreciate this. But what I want to do is I want to go to Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. We're going to go to their own team, and we're going to see what they're able to do. I want to get them linked next to each other. So we're going to get a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta linked up with one of the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta units, right? Because remember, they have all 7 links. So it's like, that's why, like, when we get to full level 10 links, having shit like GT, 2 key, 10% attack and defense, Saiyan Roar, 25% attack, 10 defense, right? Fierce Battle, 20% attack. Legendary Power, 15% attack on Super. Like, you start getting all these activated, and the damage that these units are going to be doing is going to be ridiculous. And it's like, I feel like that's a good way you potentially could do a setup, right? You could have a Goku and Vegeta just continue to stack, like, forever, so their defense potentially could get very, very high to where, you know, you could put them in slot 1. You could have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, like, in slot 2, right? You know, where he's massively powering up defensively after he super attacks with the 100% defensive buff on 18 key and the 50% defensive buff on 12 key, right? So there's, like, setups. There's interesting things you could do with these characters for sure. Yeah, so we could do this. This is another good turn right here. Well, no matter what, we're just going to get the 5 links activated. No, because we could get, what is that, Shocking Speed, which would give us an extra little bit of defense. 240k defense here. Let me do this right here, and we'll be able to get them up to 24 key right here. Yeah, not bad. Okay, and then they're at 240k. To me, the one turn where they potentially could be, like, not the best units in the game, like, looking at their defensive level, this second turn could be a danger turn for them. Because it's like, with one super attack, they're at, like, 240k defense. That's not, like, horrible, but it's not slot 1 material in the most difficult content, right? It's like the first turn, you've got guard. They're good. But that second turn, right, you know, potentially it could be turn 3 before you could even, like, transform into Gogeta or something like that. That could be a turn where you do have to be careful, is their second rotation. I don't think that, like, is like, oh, yeah, so they've fallen off. Like, no, like, the unit's not perfect in every way. I personally, I think that guard ability they have the first turn, that does so much for this unit. It really does. That's such a powerful effect. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and go to their own team right now. Fuse Fighter / GT Hero. You know, so we'll be able to get the 200% leader skill, and then that's where, like, these attack numbers and defensive numbers are just way higher than we're accustomed to, because we're talking about rocking 400% buffs from leader skills, as opposed to, like, you know, again, a double 170 is a 340% buff. The double 200 is 400%. It's a huge difference in stats for these leader skills, man. It really is. Alright, so now we are on the Fuse Fighter / GT Hero team. Remember, one of the powerful characters that has released recently is Weirus. Weirus will work really well. Weirus is going to be a support type unit, as well as being able to work pretty well. Again, Weirus is good. Weirus is creating physical orbs as well, right? Actually, like, Weirus could have a pretty good role right here. So they're at, this is their first turn, 200k. Actually, this friend, what are they at? They're about at the same level as mine. This is a more offensive build, though, right? Because remember, mine, I'm rocking 2 defensive equips on mine, whereas this one has got basically 2 offense equips. They're, yeah, full additional, though. They're still a good build, right? You definitely want to prioritize as much additional as possible with this unit, because, again, they're already going to be super effective against all types, basically every single attack they do. And then they've got tons of crit built into their kit as well. So I think just building up the additional, definitely the smart way to go about it. I don't think I would say, like, dodge on this character. I don't like it as much, I would say. I just feel like at this point, like, with the stacking and stuff like that, like, you really, like in their Super Saiyan 4 form right here, getting any stacks off is just going to be so powerful. Alright, so this is going to be perfect, because on this next turn, we are going to have them together. We're going to have the 2 of them together. LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then we're going to have the Super Saiyan 4s both together. So we'll be able to see how they're going to fare. What is Goku's defense here? 191k. Okay. That's with 1 GT hero. Because remember, okay. These 2 LRs introduced basically like almost like a new meta into the game, sort of. Remember that any characters that are on the Kamehameha category are now just inherently stronger than other characters, because they're the ones that have access to the 200% leader skills rather than the 170% leader skills, right? So, like you know, the GT Gokus are better than the GT Vegetas right now. Well, Yeah, by a long shot, because they have the Kamehameha, right? You know, so there's a lot of things like that, right? Like, I don't know, AGL Blue Gogeta, right, is not a Kamehameha character. So he is just going to be inherently worse than, you know, the other fusions that are on Kamehameha right now. All right, let's have... So the friend one was one that was stacking up a little bit. Okay, wow. Okay, so let's take a look here. So, damn, this is turn 4. They're both above 300k right here. I'm gonna have mine fuse in a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta right here. And then let's go ahead and see. I'm gonna be very curious to see this. So mine, I think, did super attack once at the start. This was before I, like, you know, sort of started recording for this segment right here. So let's see how much damage. This is a rainbowed LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He's going to have all 7 links activated, right? Definitely keep that in mind. All right, so we have all 7. Oh, we could use his active skill. I'm going to save it because this is a really good rotation I want to see. All right, so he's at 330k defense. Dude, he's getting 100% on his 18 key, and then he's got a 50% chance to additional super, where he's going to get 50% more. This is about to be obscene. Again, this is Rainbow, not even full level 10 links right here. So there's a lot of power from, like, you know, Super Saiyan, GT, Kamehameha. A lot of these links, there is a huge amount of extra power we could generate. What does he get up to? Oh my god, 10 million. He's super effective against all types, dude. It's 10 million on turn 4, super effective against all types. You can just see how much power is generated from his links, right? It's like when you get the 2 Gogetas next to each other, that's when shit gets ridiculous. It's these big power links, right? Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, Saiyan Roar. The link set is just so strong. So much power generated, man. Yeah, okay. I mean, we... I'm gonna fuse with Tech Gogeta. This is gonna give us access to the Scouter effect right here. So now we'll potentially be able to see any super attacks, right? And we could put Gogeta in front of it. Remember that Gogeta does have a 50% chance to counter super attacks. Also remember that Gogeta does nullify the enemy's next action after he does his 18-key super attack. I mean, you guys can see, like, as we continue, like, doing world tour videos for this these characters, because the blues, the gods blues, they're just as good as, like, this LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. These characters are just on a different level. Like, they're different. This is exactly what I wanted. I did want this to happen, right? I wanted, like, because UI Goku, I mean, dude, the biggest full power Frieza dick sucker is really capping hard if they say that UI Goku is nothing compared to full power Frieza, right? Like, that's horseshit. The fact that UI Goku is still in the discussion after a year, like, it's tired. It's time to move on. Finally, we do have this huge power explosion. These 2 LRs, they do make full power Frieza, Namek Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta, STR Vegito, UI Goku, Hit and God Goku. None of them are on this level of what these 2 new LRs are doing. No way. They're just not even close. Okay, so this is a turn with no support. Let's see what LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta does in this turn. No support, but with all of his links activated, right? I'm definitely curious to see how this is going to go. And again, it'd be very nasty with Goku and Vegeta in slot 1, and then Gogeta in slot 2, right? Because it's like, then they would continue to stack in slot 1, and then Gogeta's getting all these massive buffs on super attack anyway. So he's just not going to have to worry whatsoever about taking damage, and he has a super attack counter if he's even going to take a super attack. So it's like, you guys should just be able to clearly see, I don't know how to describe it. Just, again, he's just different. Like, the power level, again, I would say that boy is just different. We'll just go ahead and pop this so that Weirus gets his own defensive support. I might just do one more rotation, honestly. I feel like we've seen what we need to see out of LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in this run. Oh, maybe let's get it. Let me get his active skill too. I think we're gonna get this next turn. And then I think we'll make sure to get the active skill in the video. And then we'll go ahead and move on to the World Tour. We'll take him into the Ultimate Red Zone. We'll take him into the God event. We'll take him into these very difficult events and see how it's going to go. But, I mean, I got news for y'all. I think the God event is tougher than the Ultimate Red Zone. At least the stages. Maybe the Ultimate Red Zone will get harder as the new stages come out. It's definitely possible. I think so. Right? I think, like, you know, once we're fighting... Because we fought, like, Slug and Turles and, like, Lewd and Legic. These are not even, like, the big bosses. Like, once we're fighting, like, full power Super Saiyan Broly and Omega Shenron, I bet those stages will be tougher, you know, and maybe Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is going to be a must at that point. Okay, this is going to get silly because we're going to pop B-Pan's active skill. This, you know, with Gogeta already getting 177% attack at the start of turn, B-Pan is going to massively power buff him, and with all 7 of his links activated, this Great Ape Goku is dead. And then this is where Gogeta can really shine, because, oh no, he's STR. Doesn't fucking matter, because Gogeta is super effective against all types for free. So, Goku is dead. Have this 11 million attack set. And again, you could get ridiculous numbers, right? You could sit in Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta and stack for a long time to really just make his numbers ridiculous. Look at this turn, dude. Is he good enough? Bye, bitch. See ya. Alright guys, so let's just get this active skill for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Probably my favorite animation in the game right now. Another thing I do want to point out, right, is like this setup, right? We're not even running like a full LR setup, right? We have GT Goku on here. We have Gohan and Goten. We have Whirus, non-LR characters. So what that means is their HP is not, you know, as high as some of these other LR characters can be. And we have almost 700,000 HP under a proper setup, right? Like, we have 322,000 HP right now. That's a lot. And we're under 50%. So, that's pretty silly. We're going to go and play this active skill and finish up. Let me know what you guys think. For sure, the Blues, the Gods, and the Super Saiyan 4s and Gogeta are the best units in the game. For free. Easy.